What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're here on the Shattered Veil, and the time is finally here. The Olympia has returned. It's here in Black Ops 6. You can get it unlocked through the Beavis and Butthead event pass, and once you get to the end, it's pretty much the final reward. And we're going to be taking it on a journey with the Rampage Inducer to at least 41, but I might even go as far as round 56 to try to push the health count limit just to see what this weapon is capable of. Now, I think a lot of you guys do enjoy these runs, but I decided on Shattered Veil specifically for this run based on the weapon's performance. Obviously, I have Afterlife. This isn't the exact first run I'm taking this weapon on a journey with, but I do know you have a very, very slow start with this. It's going to be awful to try to make it to Pack-a-Punch, but once we get through and start getting some upgrades, things will turn up a bit. We'll get Dragon's Breath by default as the Pack-a-Punch bonus, which is kind of nice. We will get 4 rounds instead of 2, and we will reload 2 rounds every time we reload at one point as well. So things will be looking up. I don't think it'll be all grim and darkness, even though the beginning here is going to be quite slow. Probably one of the slower weapons we've had, but it'll be a lot more fun to use than that stinking SVD attachment we got that makes it full auto and absolutely makes the magazine a disaster to work with. But here we go. Can we get through these early rounds? Can we knock this out? Look at that. I already got 3,000 kills with this thing. Too bad I probably only have like 1,000 headshots because the way this thing is designed. Now, if you guys are doing your camos on this weapon, this is the one reason I have Afterlife, is it basically allows you to progress Opal and then Afterlife and then Nebula without having completed the critical kills. So do that while you can. Get that camo unlocked, get it equipped to your weapon. It's going to take quite a while to do all the headshots, and more than likely, as long as you have the blueprint saved or whatever, your custom blueprint thing, it's going to probably stay for an infinite amount of time, even if they fix that issue or that bug. Now, I think some of you guys have definitely been looking forward to me trying out this weapon. It's not a surprise type of run as some of the other ones, because I did want to try to level it up a bit to see what the attachments were like, but unfortunately, it is a special weapon. Although it is a shotgun, it only has 2 attachments, and I don't really think the barrel's worth running in zombies, but maybe it could be. I just honestly didn't want to try the barrel that much, and I only put on the rear grip. So it's pretty straightforward when it comes to the loadout. We are already starting to struggle here on round 4. Couldn't have expected anything less. It's going to be a tricky time until we're able to get Pack-a-Punch, but luckily, I don't feel like this is a weapon that requires double tap, at least as early on. I probably could have played any map for this run, just because we're not necessarily requiring double tap, but honestly, I'm the most comfortable with this map. I actually have like 6 days played on Shattered Veil, which puts it as my number 2 most played maps currently in Black Ops 6, which I thought was kind of crazy, especially considering it's the most recent map. All right, double points. We're going to try to get these eliminations. You got to aim a little bit high with this to try to get the crits, but you also don't want to aim too high because then you don't get any hits. This definitely feels like one of those weapons some people are going to load in, start playing the match before Pack-a-Punch and go, oh no, and think it's going to be an absolutely rough ride. Like, I initially thought the same thing. I'm like, there's no way this weapon's going to be like this. I think it's probably a lot better in the Abomination mode than what I'm going to experience here, so I'm still excited to see what's going to happen, right? But that's just because of the flow state. I think, honestly, it has a potential to be great. You just have to want to deal with the reload issue that you're more than likely going to have. I do have a few perks, or not perks, augments set up on my perks to kind of help mitigate what we know will be the reload issue. And I am using the, was it double standard, which is going to allow our non-crits to do double damage on double tap. And we should be able to utilize getting some ammo back when we kill multiple enemies and just some of the other useful augments. So should be fun. But good Lord, is this slow. This is like watching paint dry, I swear. All right, there we go. Nope. Still have one more hit. There we go. Now we're going to get into our toxic zombie round, which shouldn't be too bad. Did I get an insta-kill yet? I don't know if I've gotten my insta-kill yet, so that gives me a little bit of hope. But this is rough. I definitely need some more points. I feel like we need like 14k if we want to have enough for Pack-a-Punch on top of getting everything opened up. And I 100% just want to get Pack-a-Punch so we can deal a little bit more damage. That way we're not having to shoot the same zombie twice and then reload. It's so slow. Now, for those of you that have been regulars on my channel, not only do I appreciate the support, but I have a little bit of feedback to ask you guys for. In regards to the commentary, do you guys feel like I get off topic a lot? Do you guys feel like I ramble? Think I talk about nonsense? Like, I'm curious what you guys would change in regards to my commentary if you guys could. Like, if you had anything to say about it. So let me know down in the comment section below your opinions. you're somebody that doesn't already like the content, well, you're not going to give me much usable feedback, would you? But yeah, I do appreciate everybody. And every once in a while, we get some goofy comments in the comment section. And it makes me wonder how the regular viewers do feel. Yeah, this thing just turns into a flippin' pea shooter. It's kind of crazy. We're like, I'm on 7. I feel like my gun just is not doing damage. Like, run for your life. I mean, it doesn't help we're running Rampage, because that's what we do here. But this is so silly. Like, oh, I got a kill. This is going to take a while to get through this round. I think I'll probably just try to kill all these guys or save at least one, and then we'll open some stuff up, even if we don't have enough points. But I think this should be a perfect round for us to get things opened up and maybe at least be really close to Pack-a-Punch. And then things will start to get much more improved from here. I am very interested in how well this thing will do against the Disciple, which is another reason I wanted to do this map outside of just it's my most comfortable strategy currently. Oh, come on. It gave me the freaking insta-kill. Come on, reload. Look how slow this is. I don't want to kill all of them. I need to save at least... Nope, maybe I will do one more round. I should be okay here. Let's try it. I'm going to hopefully not regret this. More points, though, is better. All right, I tried to blow up as many as I could. Another insta-kill dropped? Holy smokes. Yeah, I killed as many as I could with a nade, and then I basically hit the nuke. Oh, did that flip the round? Oh, that might have actually flipped the round again. Okay, well, this is going to get really interesting. At least we have the insta-kill. This might be hard for me to survive. I'm going to be completely straightforward here. We are incredibly slow for a round like this. As you can see, I'm still getting hit pretty continuously. Some of the zombies are just insanely fast. Come on, health regen. Okay, I got a double points. Can I get down to 1 zombie, though? Let's just try our best to take advantage of this situation we're finding ourselves in. I think we'll be really good on points, though. Once we actually make it down there, we should have everything we need to get Pack. So we won't have to push any more rounds, and then we'll probably hang out down low until we get Pack 2, so we can avoid having to make too many trips to the bottom. Okay, we struggled to get here. It was a journey, to say the least, but we're finally Pack-a-Punch level 1. We did it. We made it through the struggle. Now we can hopefully continue to one-shot zombies for quite some time. I'm going to save my points. Now I feel comfortable in getting double tap soon, too, because it'll help us with our non-crit damage, which is going to happen pretty consistently with this weapon. But now we can at least flip the round and continue going forward. Feel like we got past the slowest part of the match. Hopefully this thing can help us make it to round 56, because I think that would be pretty cool. I honestly think it should have the potential. The biggest issue is going to be the reloads, but I think we'll do pretty fine. We'll do pretty fine. We'll do pretty good with our current augment setup. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. Honestly, although I know a lot of people mentioned this in my comments on the SVD video, although this one does kind of get less ammo, I guess, technically, it isn't that bad. Like, I don't feel like we're going to burn through ammo super consistently. The SVD is a problem, no matter what. Like, I honestly think we'll see a change maybe to both the weapons. Maybe it wasn't intentional for weapons to lose the amount of ammo they have when they get Pack-a-Punched, but if they don't change it, at least this thing is way more reasonable. But it definitely feels like they missed the mark on the SVD. It's like, why couldn't it have a 40-round mag since we can't change the mag, and why is the reserve not bigger? Now, if you guys didn't catch my most recent video, I actually jumped into the Abomination Challenge mode, and I managed to get enough luck through SAM trials. Obviously, I had to survive 50-plus rounds to get there, but eventually we got Pack 3, we got all the things we needed, and then I challenged Mo the Abomination on round 60, and we were able to fulfill our destiny, basically. So if you guys didn't see that, you guys want to check that out, feel free to leave a comment on that video letting me know that you went and checked it out from me mentioning it in this one. I would be curious how many people, didn't notice that video and then ended up checking it out later. Honestly, it was a really fun challenge. It's a lot of fun to try to make it to round 56 without opening the door to the church at all. I had a couple people ask in the comments, like, how the heck did you even get Pack-a-Punched? You just got to do them SAM trials. There's more SAM trials showing up in that mode than I've ever seen. And I don't know if it's just because I'm looking out for them more or what, but you do one, 2 rounds later, there's another, and then another, and then another. And to be fair, in that run, I actually had really bad RNG. It took me quite a long time to actually get the Pack Crystal that I needed. But when I actually got the Pack Crystal, it was a jump all the way to Pack 3. All right, come on, Toxic Zombies. One more. We almost have enough for Pack-a-Punch level 2, and then we can save up a little bit to get out of here. I don't think we're going to want to fight the Disciple in this area. I don't even think this thing's going to be very good for the Disciple, but we'll see. We will see. We'll make it work. We got an insta-kill to drop. That's fantastic. Let's get through the rest of this round. Come on. Hit him. Get him out. I don't want to wait for the reload. And he still survives there with no head. We love to see it. Getting insta-kill with a weapon like this is always funny because you feel like it's a shotgun. It's probably going to insta-kill anyway if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? Oh, we need that. But not at the cost of our lives. Careful, Errl. All right, there we go. Double points. Just reload in. We have a little bit more insta-kill. I don't know if we're actually strong enough to still one-shot him, but when the weapon's one-shot, it's so silly. It is cool, though, to get insta-kill no matter what, because if you get, like, a dead wire activation like we have on currently, you get a pretty big activation. It eliminates everything. Okay, get this guy out. Come on, everybody. Work with me here. Now we need to pick up all this salvage. We need all the upgrades we can get. Yeah, I think for the Olympia, as long as we don't consistently run out of ammo, which it doesn't appear like it's going to be an issue, I think it's less of a problem that it loses some ammunition when you Pack-a-Punch it, but it is still kind of stupid. Okay, I think it's our last zombie. We have a nuke here. We actually are in an interesting spot. That's going to pop our Disciple in. Disciple's so consistently at the same round. It's awesome. Hit that. We're looking good. Nope, not exactly what I was hoping for damage-wise, but that's okay. All right, we're going to go up here. I'm just going to go ahead and get pack 2. That's what we're coming up here to do. And then I'm going to pop this shroud, and we're going to try to stay alive here. Yes, this is not looking good for this, but we're only uncommon, so I don't want to give it too much slack. Might not be the most optimal weapon for the elites, but for everything else, it's probably going to be decent enough for it to not be a problem. All right, get away from me. Okay, made it back to the spawn. I was able to get double tap, PhD, 2-plater, and we're pretty close to getting our next 2 perks, which are going to be Speed Cola and Quick Revive. Speed Cola is really important for this weapon. I almost went down there and got it ahead of time, but I was like, I'm going to have to make that trek for Quick Revive anyway. Let's just get a little bit more points before we do it. Might even be able to build up a couple of Shroud charges in the process. I mean, honestly, this damage is pretty wicked so far. We're only pack 2 blue, which I feel like is not incredibly overpowered. It's pretty fair. And we're doing decent enough damage. I feel like this thing's going to be awesome for crowd control, like just dealing with a whole group of zombies at once. They just absolutely decimate them. We'll see how quickly we actually get through this run. I think the beginning of it slowed us down dramatically, but obviously we usually shoot for like 50-ish minutes to hit 41. I think we'll end up probably being beyond that just because the beginning was so slow, like I said. But I still think we could also potentially make up a bunch of time. All right, round 18. Looks like we're going to get a toxic zombie round. This is probably a good round for me to go get my other perks. But let's just deal with these guys a little bit first since we have this. Boom. Probably going to take out a good portion of them. All right, 1 toxic zombie left. Why did it get dead wired? That was a lot of overkill there. But now we have a lot more stuff to work with. We got Quick Revive. We got Speed Cola, which is going to be good for this. And we're a little bit short for Epic, but look at that. This is going to be so much better. I actually feel like we have a chance now. Come on. Did I get it? I think I got it. Some of these guys need to disappear so I can actually move through. There we go. We're almost enough for Epic. I'm not grabbing that. Why is there no plates on the ground? That's so crazy sometimes when the enemies die and they just don't drop armor. But I guess to be fair, I didn't really kill them. They just disintegrated on their own. They dropped salvage, but not plates. Okay, I took the safe moment to go ahead and grab Epic Rarity. Didn't want to put myself at risk if I don't have to, and then I can kill my last zombie. Feel like we're going to have another Disciple round fairly soon. Maybe it'll be, I don't know, maybe it'll be 21, maybe it'll be 24. But we want to be as suited up for that as possible. Try to avoid reloading, 3 times, 4 times. I feel like when we get double Disciples, we'll really have a better idea on how difficult this weapon is to use for those, but I don't think it's the greatest for those specific enemies. But outside of that, I mean, it's insane. It's been a blast to use nonetheless. And then obviously getting some reload back once we have all of our augments or some ammo back as we're going will help the situation quite a bit. All right, we need all the goodies. I don't have any decoys. I don't have any decoys, which would have been really nice for this because we can get through these guys quite a bit faster. Just try to line them up, I guess. There we go. And there we go. We're doing good. Kind of curious how well this is going to do against a Doppelgas, but I haven't seen one in a minute. I feel like we're doing too good for that. We're doing way too good for a Doppel to be in existence. This is crazy. You don't have to reload that often. I mean, you're not guaranteed to get the ammo back, but it does definitely help the reload situation with a weapon like this. Good thing we have all these cool augments to experiment with, right? You know, God forbid they're going to be returning in Black Ops 7. I see people getting upset already on social media about things we already knew were going to be in Black Ops 7. Like, people, the leakers confirmed, you know, what the loadout looked like. It's pretty much exactly like what we have now. And they were like, there's no way. They're bringing armor back. Are you serious? It's like, bro, yes, they're bringing armor back. When the hell did you decide in your mind that that wasn't a possibility? Because, to be fair, that was the most likely possibility. It's so crazy. I feel like people get passionate about how they feel older games were and how they feel the modern games should look and feel and, you know, what things they should do. But at the end of the day, like, that's just a feeling, right? Not everybody feels that way. And the developers are not entitled to make changes based on a minority of their player base. And I think the vocal people are exactly that, the minority. And I also think there's a lot more people that have played modern zombies only than played older zombies. But I could be wrong. I mean, there's no data to prove what I'm saying, right? Like, I have no idea. It's just me talking out of my butt. But I do think that's possible. All right, we got to get this guy out of here. It's a little bit faster this time. There we go. I mean, I could probably use Frenzied Guard, which would help a little bit. I'm just going to buy ammo right now. I didn't need to buy ammo, but I'm just going to go ahead just in case I need it. It was a little bit expensive, but it's better than having to go back over there. And we should be fine on points for now. But yeah, I think they've done a really good job making the accessibility of this mode a lot better. I think in the older games, despite how people feel the systems could have been better or in these games or what, but they made changes to the systems because they felt like they needed to make the game, you know, more casualized, allow more people to have more fun in the game. I think a lot of people would be pretty upset if we had to go back to pistol only starting with the pistol being absolutely terrible. Like, imagine the 9mm PM was all you could start with every single game and you could never choose your gun. I don't think a lot of people would like that as much as it would, you know, make the game more challenging or make the wall buys more valuable or make the mystery box more valuable. Like, I don't disagree with the reasons that people think these things should change. I just feel like you're yelling into the void and then being mad about it when it doesn't turn out the way you want it to. So I think that's the part that gets me. 2 toxics left. 0 toxics left. All right, let's go ahead and make a break for it. I think I'm going to go ahead with this weapon and get my perks now, or do I want to get pack now? Oh man, what a tough decision. I kind of want to get pack now, but then I can't get a plater. Oh, the decisions. The decisions. I feel like we're already still pretty strong though too, and we're gonna get legendary quite soon. Okay, we made it back to the front of the mansion safely. It's always a tricky situation getting down there and getting back out without having something go wrong, but we made it work. I actually got Death Perception this time. If you guys watch my channel, you know how little I buy that perk. I actually have the least amount of time. I don't know if you guys knew this, but in the combat record, there's a way to know how long you've had a certain perk equipped, and that one I've had like maybe less than 5 hours. I have days and weeks in some of these perks. I don't even have half a day worth of Death Perception time, which is nuts. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys out of here. This thing is actually crushing it still. Good thing I didn't do pack 3 this early. It's kind of unnecessary. Would have been a bit overkill. Full power. There's so many decoys on the ground. We love Vulture Aid. It's going to save us in this run. And it definitely helps a ton. Another thing I want to mention, I think Electric Cherry does a decent amount of damage to the Disciple. We'll try to see if I can get close enough to it and see if we can actually determine how much damage it is, but I've actually seen some faster Disciple eliminations in some of my recent matches I've done on this map because I've had Electric Cherry on. I took it off for quite a while there, and I put it back on. I probably should have made it to where I have more Deadwire activations, but that's okay. It's fine. We'll use whatever we're using. But, yeah, Electric Cherry is goated. And it actually does do pretty good against the zombies, too, that are close quarters. Kind of feel like it'd be cooler if there was a way to, extend the range on it, but obviously that's not in the cards. Maybe in Black Ops 7 maybe there'll be a whole set of augment overhauls that we don't know about. I kind of feel like that's going to be the case. Like, there's no way they... I know progression-wise, we're going to be level 1, and there should be new prestiges and all that stuff, right? But there's no way they carry everything over and then make us re-unlock the augments that already exist. Unless they're doing an overhaul to all the augments, and then a lot of these ones are changing or something. But I feel like if we have them unlocked in this, and there's a carry-forward method, it definitely has to make sure that we don't have to re-unlock anything that we've already done this year. That would be an Omega L. Yeah, I heard our disciple friend, but I also realized at the exact same time that I have enough points to hit this thing. So that's what we're doing. For the legendary tool. All right, hold on. Get out of my way, everybody. There's going to be 2 in this one. I can feel it. There's going to be 2. Yeah, like, look at that. Like, oh, I wasn't close enough. Try to do it if there's a second one here. What the hell? These guys are almost there. Now we're in a good spot. All right, we're going to nuke. I'm going to nuke. Oh, the other guy didn't die. That makes way more sense. I thought he died. He did not die. Now I know what the deal was. Okay. So we'll go over here, and then I'll throw this. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3. And I actually killed him with it. That was awesome. It was like equivalent to almost 1 shot there. The electric cherry is absolutely goated. Absolutely goated for taking on them. I wonder if it's the electric damage. It has to be, right? They're just because they're weak to Deadwire, or they were in previous titles. I'm assuming that's still the same. It should be the last of this round, and we have a insta-kill to take us into the next one, but unfortunately, my guess is it's a toxic zombie round. How did I know? Because that's always how it works. It's a nuke or an insta-kill. It just magically ends up being a toxic zombie round that we have next. I don't know what the deal is. I'm going to go ahead and throw one of these. I think there's more on the ground. Go ahead and wait here, wait here, wait here. Boom. Get the last of that. Is there actually not a decoy? There probably isn't a decoy on the ground, actually. Oh, well. We can always buy another one if we need it. The goal was really just to try to get as many of them spawned in and not hit me while I waited for that. So we're good. So far, I kind of feel like if the beginning of the match wasn't so slow because of the pre-pack-a-punch situation with this weapon would have the potential to actually get through the 41 round challenge that we normally do faster than maybe even the AMAX, which is insane to think about. Okay, we got our freaking disciple here. Oh, we had a disciple here. I went down and got Pack-a-Punch level 3, so we're in a great spot now. Pack 3, legendary. We got all the works. Now it's time to just flat out survive. Okay, we got another disciple over here being a pain in the butt. All right, man. I see what you're doing. I need to get closer if I'm going to reload next to you. Yep, now we're doing big damage. I don't know how long that's going to last for, but I'm cool with it for now. That was a massive Deadwire explosion. Okay, we're going to get another carryover. Come on. There we go. We flipped around. Give us a little bit more time. Don't be a toxic zombie round. That would just be insane. There's no way that it is, though. Okay, insta-kill a little bit. Over. It's over now. No. Okay, there we go. I mean, it didn't really matter. I did take advantage of it. I just did the same strat multiple times. Multiple decoys were available. Come on. There we go. Keep on keeping on. Hate when I eliminate so many zombies that they frickin' spawn in such a widespread area, though. Full armor, max armor, whatever the hell you want to call it. Last couple zombies eliminated. Now I feel like I'm moving. Oh, I lied. There's one more there. But yeah, definitely feel like we're moving now. We had such a slow beginning. It's insane. Because I think we're like a decent amount of the way in. We're at 45 minutes. Basically in this match, and if I was using the AMAX, I would be essentially done with the run. I'd probably be trying to fire up the exfil right now. So significant difference in time. Okay, we did get another nuke. I'm gonna try to destroy some of these guys. Come on, get out of my way. It's a little crazy. Okay, got some of them out. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this thing before it disappears. Probably not enough to flip the round, but that's okay. Yeah, we are definitely much slower than the average weapon would be, I think, doing round 41. But the thing to keep in mind is it's not because the weapon isn't strong, it's because it has such a rough beginning. Like, if you could pack-a-punch it off the rip, you would fly with this weapon. Okay, we survived yet another toxic zombie round. That one was actually really chill. I didn't throw any decoys or anything. Just kind of fire at them, they would explode. It's nice when you one-shot, one-kill everything. Full power! We're in a pretty good spot here. I feel like this is incredibly good for crowd control. Like, it's silly. If you guys are out there trying to break your PB on a specific map, you might want to consider this this setup for sure. I mean, it might be different on each map. I don't know how well this would do against the Abomination per se or against an Amalgam, but I have a feeling it would crush them. Just like it is any of the other enemies. I feel like they made it to where the Disciple spawns over here more often or something, because I've had more spawns in this spot than usual. And I've played a ton of this map. Like, I normally don't get spawns there almost ever unless I'm going in that direction to try to leave to get perks or something during the one round that's even close to that time. But otherwise, nah, I don't normally get that. Throw a decoy, pick up the decoy. This is the strategy of success. You just absolutely pile drive these guys with this gun. Oh, there's a freaking insta-kill. And we have decoys. What are we talking about? Throw the decoy. Go, 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 go. I wish they would react to the decoy a little bit faster, because it definitely feels like you get robbed. It wouldn't have been as bad if they'd have made them last the same amount of time as they used to. But they definitely took a big hit whenever they made their decoy change in this game. I may end up jinxing myself with this, but so far we have not bought ammo, like at all. I bought it that one time, but I arguably could have probably avoided it if I wanted to, but we haven't had any ammo issues with this. So for those of you that were concerned because of the pack-a-punch situation with this thing, I don't think it ends up being an issue, although it is pretty weird. Whereas with the SVD, it is definitely a massive issue and makes it pretty much not worth utilizing. I don't even know if I could tell you for sure if it would be good even if it did have a 40 round mag, because I'd have to revisit the whole weapon just to feel like feel out the experience, I guess. Because in my mind, that was like the hardest thing to get past throughout the entirety of utilizing the SVD for that run. Technically, I did almost jinx myself a little bit. We only had like 14 rounds left, and then I got a max ammo. However, this could be a toxic zombie round, so wouldn't have mattered. There we go. Look at that. How do I know? Because it's just the way it is. Okay, toxic zombies down once again. Here we are, round 40. We're looking good. I think we've actually recovered pretty well on some of that time that we had lost, because I didn't check the timer recently, but I will when we get to 41 just to see her when we finish this round. I feel like we definitely made a comeback, considering how far back I felt like we were, and as opposed to our normal runs or any of the greatness weapons I would consider. Okay, this might be the first round where I kind of feel like there's a bit of a damage fall off for the weapon. I mean, to be honest, it had to happen eventually, right? But we do have like 15 rounds to go till we hit the health cap, so should be interesting to see how this scales. But we can no longer one-shot the zombie that's fully armored. It's kind of a sad scenario, but hopefully it won't be too much of a drop-off from this point forward. If it gets too crazy, we may end up exfilling early, but I doubt that's going to be the case with the Olympia here. All right, like I said, I would check to see exactly how long it took us to get to 41 rounds, because we'd normally be exfilling. 56 minutes, so we definitely recovered some time. I felt like it was going to take us about an hour, a little bit over an hour at this point, but we're doing pretty good. Only 15-ish rounds left to go, 14 in an exfil, and I feel like this weapon has been absolutely incredible. It's important, though. Not only does the damage end up being decent, even if it falls off a bit, it's a ton of fun to use, and that's kind of what I feel like is an asset to this weapon. People like things that are not only good or powerful, but more importantly, fun. And they can find a balance as long as you give it to them. Now, every map's a little bit different, but I think one of the things that makes this thing so good on this map is if you can kill the parasites fast enough, you get very little doppelgas. Now, we have had doppelgas, don't get me wrong. We're taking them down fairly quick, but we're not getting a lot of them to transform super often. I mean, that one might. Let's see right there, because we're able to take them out of the sky so easily. Like with a lot of the weapons, you actually get to a point where you have to hit them with a consistent amount of bullets. This thing, I'm pretty much just firing once, and the parasites are dying. And then obviously, if we get any sort of ammo mod activation, they don't stand a chance. I definitely still think one of the biggest changes they need to make in regards to enemies transforming is if it's an enemy that I've already killed, it should not transform. It makes them invulnerable, or invincible, I guess, for the in-between time that they're transitioning into their new enemy type. And it's kind of annoying. Like, you kind of feel like you get punished for eliminating enemies, and I don't think that should be the case. I am all for, if an enemy doesn't get killed after X amount of time, allow them to transform into their next best thing, but otherwise, they shouldn't be doing that. Okay, time to throw the decoy. Look at how many there are. I don't have my score feed on, so you can't actually see the number, but definitely quite a few just got eliminated all at once there. I don't mind the toxic zombies, to be fair. The only thing I don't like about them is the fact that when they explode after I kill them, they leave the pool behind. I feel like if they hit you with their arm, they should blow up and cause damage, and that should be the only time that they actually leave the pool behind. But What do I know? I don't know what I'm talking about. I just play the game too much. Oh, it did it again. It spawned it way over here. I don't know why it's doing that, but I don't really like it. Oh, it's gonna die. It's dying for sure. See ya, buddy. It should have a second one this time. We haven't had a disciple run in a minute around. See, it's like I almost knew it was gonna happen. Come over here, and this guy was already hiding. I didn't hear the sound, though. That part was a little strange for me. Normally, I do hear the sound of it spawning in. Yeah, outside of the one time I bought the ammo, I haven't bought ammo again. I don't know what the deal is with that. That's actually kind of crazy, because this is a weapon you kind of figure would have that issue eventually, right? Okay, it should be the last of the round here. We're actually flying, I feel like, through some of these later rounds. The crowd control is just unbelievable. It probably wouldn't feel nearly as good if I wasn't using dead wire, but we'd be making a mistake if we weren't. I mean, I haven't been doing it much, but I feel like the hip fire is actually really good for this thing too. I mean, it's got the distance. The spread is really good. It's got a really good spread. Okay, there we go. We can actually grab that. Oh, look, more decoys in the pile. I guess we're going to throw another one. Decoys for days. Is this the rest of the round? Probably getting close to it, but looks can be deceiving when you're in the late 40s into the 50s, right? But this is definitely the end of the round. Come on. Get out of here. Get out of my way. What are you doing? One over there. Another one there. Parasites are still one shot. That's all that really matters. Okay, we did get an insta-kill, and we threw a decoy for it. Come on. Get everybody out of here. I need to get as much of this ammo as I can. Holy smokes. As long as we go into the group of zombies pretty quickly, we can actually maintain our ammo. That might be what I'm feeling is the difference, right? I'm just getting into these groups after killing a bunch of them all at once, and then I'm able to get some ammunition back, and it goes so far. Like, look at that. We got like 12 bullets back right there. Let's freaking go. This has actually been a lot of fun. This has been a very chill run, too, in retrospect to what normal runs look like or can look like, depending on our weapon. It's so funny, the last zombie of that round dropped me a max ammo, and then, of course, the next round is a freaking toxic zombie round. It's weird how the power-up system works, you know? Oh, that's a massive explosion. Almost looked like some lag on my screen. So much stuff exploded. There was too much happening. The game wasn't prepared for it. All right, get them all grouped up again, and time for them all to go down. Is that the rest of them? Is that the last one? Nope, there's one more coming through the cloud. There we go. This is the first time it came in a reasonable spot in a minute. They've been coming in the outside of this area over here, like I was saying. I almost never see them at, but hooking me up with a little bit of reasonability there. Okay, we got another insta-kill. How many freaking doppels do I got right now? 2. You guys are so crazy. I swear, though, the later the rounds get, they just instantly transform into doppels. They're not even on the map very long. Or they just hide behind everything and you never see them, because I kill them as fast as I can go for them most of the time. And the only time I don't get them is when I feel like they're just hiding behind some of these vehicles that are in the way of us. Between me and the enemy types that are on the map currently. 3 zombies left, and we're going into round 51. 5 more to go. And honestly, it has been an easy journey. I'm going to be completely straightforward. I think if you guys are looking to try to survive the longest you've ever survived, this might be the way to go for you. Especially on this map. I mean, obviously each map has their own experience. I don't exactly know what an abomination fight looks like with this thing, or an amalgam fight, but I can take a guess based on how this experience has gone and guess that it's probably going to be pretty good. I mean, the good news, when we have a large group of zombies with our augments, we get a lot of our ammo back and we reload a lot less. But when there's not as many, it's definitely not as fun, as we end up reloading so often. Stay away. I love that the electric cherry is just so damn good. Oh, let me throw this. Hold on. That's a nuke. We want that. We are definitely in the 50s, because I thought this round was over like 3 different times already, I swear. Let's go. Come on, 2 more enemies left. One of these rounds coming up is going to be a toxic zombie round, which is going to be awesome, because it's just one less zombie round we have to survive, right? Okay, I'm actually going to buy ammo for the first time, because I don't want to run out in a weird place, and there's a lot more enemy types right now. And our damage fall off is a little bit more dramatic. As you can see, I definitely feel like I have to hit zombies like maybe 2 or 3 times every time in order to get a kill, unless my ammo mod activates, which, I mean, to be fair, isn't terrible for how high of a round we're surviving. Come on. Should be able to do pretty good here, though, still. As long as we play it safe. You can make easy mistakes in the 50s. It's always interesting when you get toward the end of a round and one of your frickin' parasites transforms with almost no other zombies left. There we go. We made it yet another round. Come on, 53. All right, time to throw the decoy. What do I have? Two doppels? Get you out of here. You're living way longer than you need to. There we go. Get these parasites out. Come on. Yeah, when you actually have to reload, it's painful. What's this guy doing? Like, we're reloading every time now. Why is it doing this? Give us some more bullets back. That's getting a little chaotic. I think obviously as you go up, you're going to get less kills, so you're probably going to have less times where that ammo thing is beneficial, but it's done great for us so far, and obviously it's still good. Just less impactful than it was all the way up to this point. All right, that is a decoy. We're going to go ahead and throw it. Stay away, stay away. I can hear another guy about to transform because this game is just trying to annoy me right now. Go ahead and slide out of the way. Magically, parasites just be transforming when you don't see them. Something tells me this next round's going to be our toxic zombie round, and it should be. If not, the very last round we're going to be here is going to be. It looks like we're getting the final round. I was off. It's weird how it can change, though. I feel like our last toxic zombie round would have lined it up with 54, but sometimes it does whatever it wants. But that means this is the last round we're really going to have to survive because the toxic one's going to be so much easier. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this guy out. I'm going to throw the decoys. We got one on the ground right here, and everybody else should go for it. It's a little bit harder to get through this guy now than it was, but health cap for you. The freaking health cap for you. I mean, if we were blowing through ammo way more consistently, I'd be concerned, but this thing has impressed me nonetheless. It has been one of the most fun experiences I've had. 2 round 56 so far in this game in a while, and I enjoy a lot of the weapons. I just think it's going to be fun for a lot of players. That's another part of what I'm considering when I'm saying that, to be fair. Okay, we're finally almost through. We're doing pretty good. Let's see what the rest of this has. I mean, I love Deadwire. Deadwire is by far the best ammo mod in this game, especially for crowd control. And just like that, we made it through round 54. Round 55 is the toxic zombie round, just like we thought it would be. I think now it probably takes like 2 or 3 shots to kill the zombies every time, like I was saying. And I definitely feel like that becomes more of a problem. Luckily, we have Dragon's Breath on this, because it looks like these guys got a bit tankier as well. But to be fair, they're not going to get any tankier than they are on this round, and most of that damage fall off that I am talking about, I didn't notice until like 50 plus. I mean, there was a little bit of stuff we noticed along the way, but it wasn't quite as significant as it is now. Now we're starting to feel the effects of a health cap zombie, but it's not quite as bad as you would think. 3 zombies left, and they blow up, and they give us the max ammo. Let's freaking go. It's time for us to exfil. We survived the Rampage Inducer with the return of the Olympia. Honestly, what an exciting adventure. It would be kind of fun to try to hit 56 with the Rampage Inducer on every map with every weapon, but boy, oh boy, would that take us some time. If we get really freaking bored, we'll start doing that on streams. By the way, streams are returning soon. I've been saying that for quite some time, but there's some obstacles that have always been in the way. Just things that I feel like will keep me from being consistent, and I feel like we're kind of getting past that. The only issue I currently have now is that my computer has been crashing a considerable amount more. So there is a chance that if we are streaming that we could crash at some point, and then obviously that means the stream would go down. And I'm a little bit concerned about that, because that wouldn't be the most fun thing. We'd lose people. We would lose y'all if we crashed midstream. That doesn't mean we won't give it a shot. I gotta, you know, get a new computer here at some point in the future. Just gonna take me a little while to be able to make that work in my budget. Okay, I was gonna consider not using my mutant injection here, but I don't know if that's gonna be a possibility. We are spawning in real slow here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pop it. I don't wanna fail the exfil. And these guys are not spawning in at the pace I need them to. Come on, guys. We have 14 to go. I need to get like 2 every second or something. Or 1 every 2 seconds, or something crazy. They all have to be able to spawn in. 7 left. Come on. I don't know why it's a issue with this map specifically, and I've never been able to figure it out. Where's it at? We got 1 over here. 1 left. Where are you? Where is it? Come on, we got it. Did I get it? I killed him, but I'm transforming. I don't know what happened. I think we exfilled. I hope we exfilled. I think we did. Let's freaking go. We made it. What a weird way to exfil. I honestly am not really familiar with the exfils working without interacting with it, but that's okay. That's going to wrap things up for us here. The Olympia absolutely slammed through 56 rounds of the Rampage Inducer. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. Look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!